Welcome back to my channel. Before we start sewing, we need to assemble our PDF pattern. When you download your pattern, it's going to come as multiple pages that need to be printed and taped together. First, make sure you're printing at 100% scale, not fit to page. This is really important so your pattern comes out the correct size. Most patterns will include a test square so you can double check your scale before assembling. Once everything is printed, you're going to trim or fold the edges of your pages, usually along the right and bottom sides, so the pages can overlap cleanly. Then match up the markings, lines, shapes, or letters on each page. Take your time here. This is where accuracy matters. If your pattern is off here, it will affect your final result. Some pages are numbered and that helps a lot with bigger and or more complex patterns. This pattern isn't numbered, but it's fine since it's a pretty straightforward shape. I like to tape my patterns row by row first and then connect the rows together. It just keeps everything more organized and less overwhelming. Another tip, use a flat surface and work in good lighting so you can clearly see your lines. Once everything is aligned and taped up, you'll have your full pattern piece ready to cut. My favorite thing about using a PDF pattern versus a paper pattern is the fact that for the paper pattern, you cut once and you kind of cut that size forever. But with the PDF pattern, you can download as many different sizes as you want. For this tutorial, I decided to try the size medium flower bag, so that's what I'll be cutting out. Pieces that come in this pattern are the base of the bag and the ribbon. You'll have to draft your own pattern for the shoulder strap. Don't worry, I'll show you how to do that. I'm taping two letter-sized pieces of paper together to draft the shoulder strap. This pattern is really beginner friendly because we're working with a simple rectangle. First, decide how long you want your strap to be. You can measure from where you want the bag to sit, either handheld, shoulder length, or crossbody, and then add 2 centimeters for the seam allowance, or an inch. That measurement becomes your length. We're going to call the length our measurement B. And we'll call the width measurement A. I'll be real with you, my length measurement is 26 inches. I should have added about 10 more inches to the strap to account for the flowers that would stick out at the top. So please keep that in mind and learn from my experience. Next, for the width, the pattern uses 8 centimeters plus 2 centimeters for seam allowance, which gives you a total of 10 centimeters for the width or 4 inches. So the measurements for the shoulder strap is your strap length by 10 centimeters wide. Once your rectangle is drafted, go ahead and cut it out. Now that we have our 3 pattern pieces, it's time to cut out our fabric. This project works best with woven fabrics. I'll be using a medium weight muslin. We'll need at most a yard of fabric. We'll cut out 2 fabric pieces for the bag and 4 fabric pieces for the ribbons, then 1 for the shoulder strap. Be sure to make the notches on the base piece and on the ribbon pieces. Alright, let's scrap the ribbons and fold them in half and pin. You want to pin one end of each of the ribbons. The end that you want to pin closed is the one that is unnotched. And for the shoulder straps, you want both of the ends open. All right, let's take it to the machine. I'm just using a straight stitch at the standard stitch length of 2.5. Next, trim the excess seam allowance for all the ribbons and for the shoulder strap. Using a loop turner, turn the ribbons and shoulder strap right side out. This step actually ended up being completely unnecessary, so feel free to skip ahead, but I do want to explain what I did here. I decided to not use a serger to finish the edges, so I thought I'd fold the raw ends of the ribbons and the shoulder strap inside and then press them so they would be finished or just not exposed. But I ended up using a different method to finish the edges. However, you do want to press the ribbons out and get them extremely flat before you add them to the base of the bag. Pin the ribbons to the right side of the base piece. Place the second base piece on top and pin. Sew at both sides. You can leave the side edges as is or use an overlocker serger to finish the edges. I decided to use a zigzag stitch to finish the edges. Turn the bag right side out. Take the shoulder strap and pin each end to the middle of each of the side seams. Fold inward twice and pin. Sew all the way around. About 1.5 inches from where I just stitched, I'm stitching all the way around to make another stitch line. This is optional, it's just for aesthetics. Now repeat the same steps for the bottom of the bag. Fold the bottom edge inward twice and pin all the way around. Take it to the machine. Go ahead and give the bag a good press. And that's it. This bag came out so cute. It's just nice to have something cute and intentional when I go get my flowers. I feel like projects like this are a reminder that sewing isn't just about clothes, it's about creating little pieces for your everyday life. These are also perfect to gift to your friends or your family. If you make one, I would love to see it. If you have any questions, drop them below. Thanks for watching. Until next time.